Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to finish Unit 9, Mystery at the Sea. Today is Tuesday, 28th of April, 2020. So please, everyone, open your student's book, page 106. We are going to read the words in order. After that, we are going to hear the audio and answer the questions, okay? The first word for today is sail. Sail is a large piece of strong fabric used for catching wind to move the ship or the boat across water. We can't control the wind, but we can adjust our sail. That means I can't control the wind, I can't control the weather. It's impossible, but I can control the sail. So in order to move from one place to another place in the sea, we must have a sail. What else? What do we need else? Yes, we need something to support the sail. We need a mast. So the mast is a tall pole on a ship that supports its sails. The mast is the gold tall pole here. This is the mast, the one that supports the sail. Okay? Let's move to the next slide. The third word for today is captain. Captain is the person in charge of a ship. In charge means someone who's responsible about something. Let's put it in a sentence. The captain gave the sailor his orders. The second photo, we have a lifeboat. Lifeboat is a small boat kept on a ship for people to live in if the ship is not safe. A lifeboat came to rescue the people on the sinking ship. Porthole is a normal window. It's round and you can usually see it in a ship. Now the cabin is a small room and usually it's made of wood. You can find it in the ship. Okay? Well, here we have an interesting thing. We have a barometer. The barometer is an instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure means they use it to measure the pressure of the air. And Evangelista Torricelli, I think, yes, like that, we pronounce the name, who invented the barometer. He's an Italian inventor. Because of that, his name is really hard to pronounce. Evangelista Torricelli. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, let's move to the other picture. Here we have a rat. Rat is a small rodent larger than the mouse that has a long tail and considered to be harmful. Again, it's a small rodent larger than a mouse that has a long tail and is considered to be harmful. As we can see in the movies, they put tiny pieces of cheese on the floor in order to trap the rat, to catch it. So I used some cheese to trap the rat. And here we have the last photo for today. Sailor. The sailor is a person who works on a ship. The sailor was bronzed from the sun. Okay. Let's see the other slide. We have some questions. Okay, here you are going to fill in the blanks as usual. I'm gonna read the sentences for you. The captain's is full of pirates' costumes. Captain Hook is a famous. If you don't know who is Captain Hook, you can Google it. He is a famous, you have to Google it in order to know who is he. Only women and their babies are allowed to get on the. I found a huge in the neighbor's kitchen. Unfortunately, the wind broke the ships. The direction of the depends on the weather condition. While looking through the, I fell asleep. He was the of the ship until he betrayed them. Betrayed is like يعني to cheat someone. Okay, the answers are the captain's cabin is full of pirates' costumes. Captain Hook is a famous sailor. Only women and their babies are allowed to get on the lifeboat. I found a huge rat in the neighbor's kitchen. Unfortunately, the wind broke the ship's mast. The direction of the sail depends on the weather condition. While looking through the porthole, I fell asleep. The porthole, sorry. He was the captain of the ship until he betrayed them.
The children hid in a lifeboat and watched the sailors working. They didn't seem very friendly. Two of them came and stood by the lifeboat.
I'm worried.
One of them said.
The captain's nervous. He's already shouted at me 3 times today.
Achoo!
Sneezed Patrick.
Whoops. I'm sorry.
The sailors heard the noise and looked in the lifeboat. They found the children and took them to the captain.
Look what we found,
One of them said.
Lock them in my cabin.
Said the captain. He looked worried.
I'll talk to them later.
The children looked around the cabin. The door would not open.
Now what?
Alex asked.
We'll have to wait and see what the captain says,
Said Patrick. Phoebe picked up a book from the table.
Hey, listen guys. It's the captain's diary.
She read out.
Things are strange. There is something wrong with the ship. I have a strong feeling that something bad is going to happen.
Quick!
Patrick interrupted.
Come and look out of the porthole. Look at all those lights. It's our gate.
Shouted Alex.
We've got to go. But those lights are green.
Said Phoebe.
Our gate's yellow. That's very strange.
We've got to get out of here.
Said Patrick.
Let's break the door down.
The children picked up the table and banged it against the door. It opened and they walked out. There were green gates glowing all over the ship. The children were amazed.
Look, there's a sailor. He's walking through one of the green gates.
Shouted Alex. The sailor walked through the gate, and a second later, he was gone. Everything was silent. There was no one left.
Now I remember,
Said Alex.
the Mary Celeste was the ship that they found with no one on it. No one knew what happened.
Now we know. But nobody would believe us.
Said Phoebe.
Look!
Shouted Patrick.
There's a yellow light. That's our gate. Come on!
The children stepped into the yellow gate. They were gone in a flash and landed in their school playground with a thump.
Whoa!
I don't believe it.
Said Phoebe.
We're home. Look, there are Sam and Rob.
The time travellers ran over to their friends.
Hey guys!
Said Patrick.
You'll never guess what just happened. We had an incredible journey. That explosion in the science lesson created a time tunnel.
Very funny. We haven't had science yet. It's this afternoon.
Sam laughed.
Come on, lunch is nearly over, and I want to play football.
The three friends looked at each other. Were they really back at the right time? Or was something wrong?
Now you are going to answer these questions. What did Phoebe pick up from the table? What did she pick up from the table? Number 2, why does the gate look strange? How do the children get out of the cabin? What did they do? Number 4, critical thinking. Do the children come back home at the right time? Do you think so? Okay, now let's read the answers. What did Phoebe pick up from the table? She picked up the captain's diary. Number 2, why does the gate look strange? Well, because the children's gate is yellow, but the light was green. Number 3, how do the children get out of the cabin? They banged the table against the door. And the last one, do the children come back at the right time? Well, in my opinion, the children didn't come at the right time. Why? Because they haven't took the science lesson yet. You have to find out from the text. This is the last question. You have to find out a plural noun, an adjective, an adverb, and a word that means a book in which one keeps daily events and experiences. Again, you have to find a plural noun, an adjective, an adverb, and the last one, you have to find a word that means a book in which one keeps in daily events and experiences. A plural noun, we have sailors, we have children. An adjective, you can write strange. An adverb, nearly. A word that means a book in which one keeps a daily events and experiences, we call it a diary. And that's it. Well, this is our last day together, and it's time to say goodbye. I want to thank each child for all the warmth, the memories, and the learning that we have shared this school year. And to the parents, I would like to say thank you for allowing me to be your child's teacher. It has been a wonderful and rewarding year for me, and I hope to see you next year, inshallah. Don't forget to do the exercises in your workbook, page 106 and 110. Bye bye.